Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, Wisconsin, one of the great venues in all of college football. And Bucky and the Badgers ready to tee things up in this home opener this afternoon. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Wisconsin Badgers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Badgers will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's Buchanan. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, bring him making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Nix. Fires a bullet. Oh, it's picked off.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, in one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun. It's not really fun for this quarterback right now either with this dude rushing.
Back to throw, it's Nix. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And and just pressure. You got to love the ability to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing a long yardage situation for your offense.
Yeah, life is chaotic for this quarterback right now, David, no doubt about it. This pocket is collapsing, and you saw it on that last play. He does not have time to set his feet, survey the field, and make an accurate throw.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He's got great speed. And the return man is stopped. And that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Gonna run it. It's Gage. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive, I think this guy has some of those traits too.
Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. He stopped the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
Oh, picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree with Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Wisconsin 3, Georgia 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Daniel, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well. He really helps out the running game because he's not in a rush. He just takes his time and carves his way through the defense.
He now has 53 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. He's looking to throw. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger! This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in the elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle. Team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
At the 45, on his way. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking downfield, it's Nix. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fast motion and the jet sweep.
And a great job seeing the motion coming across the formation, understanding the jet sweep's a possibility, pulling the trigger, going and getting the guy on the ground.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The give to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Oregon has the lead currently at Autzen Stadium, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over TCU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dan.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
On the run, it's Gage. Still on his feet at the 45. He's piled up 65 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking the play. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Coming after him. Going to take a shot. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Badgers decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Nix. Throwing right. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Looking for room. It's Gage. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it. So he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, and give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
It's caught downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that, get that one
catch inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The give on the inside. And the Badgers pick up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down moment.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Third and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And this offense gets on the board and the first passing touchdown of the season. And I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Throws for the tight end. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Badger!
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the...
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He has 89 yards rushing now here in week 1, a solid start to this new campaign. He wants to throw here on second down. Skips away from pressure. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Brings up third down.
Okay, ready?
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Wisconsin 24, Georgia 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. What a disappointment. No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point picture. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The pull and throw off the RPO. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
To the wideout. Tackle is made at the 37. And that's a first down for the offense.
No way, you're kidding!
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from minutes.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Sticks it in his belly. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. He caught it! And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. That leaves them with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. But you're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the 4th quarter.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to...
Nothing but green ahead. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd, because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the beatdown has ensued.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Georgia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to move it through the air. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
He stopped again. They went right back to him, and he still found no running room at all. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall, now 3rd and 10. He's looking to pass. blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep.
And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
How about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the player. As you come